Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at the DX Giga Finalizer from Ultraman Geed. This is the weapon used by Geed with his final form, Ultraman Geed Ultimate Final, which is used in the movie for Ultraman Geed. I haven't seen it yet. It takes a while for them to kind of come out over here because basically they have to come out on Blu-ray first, and then someone has to get a hold of the Blu-ray, make a transfer, fan sub it, and all that stuff. So it takes a considerable amount of time by the time the movie comes out in theaters in Japan, by the time we'll actually get to see it over here. But the toys for it are available, so I decided to pick up the Giga Finalizer so we could take a look at it. It does come with the Evolution capsule, as you can see over here. Top of the packaging shows the capsule, shows the Giga Finalizer. Here is Ultimate Final, Geed's form. Kind of boring on the bottom there. It does take 2 AAA batteries. On the side over here, you have a cool picture of Geed wielding it. And then on this side, kind of similar picture. The back is the instructions because there's no instruction sheet inside the box. They just decided to write everything on the back. So it shows you how the slide moves up and down, the eject button, where to put the batteries in, how the capsule works, using the Geed riser with the toy, all the sliding and everything. We'll take a look at all that, obviously, but yeah, I think it's funny they just decided to print the instructions on the back of the package for this one, so that's where they are. Let's go ahead, we'll get everything out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. So this is everything you get in the packaging. Obviously, you have the Giga Finalizer itself, and then you have the Evolution capsule. Take a quick look at this. I love the color scheme, this kind of like steel blue color. I like that a lot. Unfortunately, it has the same boring, normal hero configuration here. So with the pins, it does nothing special in the King Sword. I already checked. It just says Ultra Hero, so I'm not going to bother demonstrating that for you guys because there's nothing special to be found there. But it's kind of a cool look. It looks like he's, transforming into something. You can slide the little energy piece up. So, that's it for this. Put this off to the side. It'll come back into play a little bit later. So here is the Giga Finalizer. Now, I do have to say, something was weird. When I first opened the packaging, this little gray piece, which you slide up and down, was all the way up. And I'm guessing because they wanted to package it with this closed, but not have this hanging off. So I kind of had to like slide it down, and it kind of made like a terrible clicking sound. But then like I slid it up and it's working perfectly now. So I think when you first get it, you might have to kind of slide it into place. And if it makes a bad sound, don't worry. It's just it like clicking correctly. So it kind of scared me at first. But this is the thing. Now at this point, it just looks like a little baton. And it kind of reminds me of the baton that Belial uses to bring like old monsters back to life. So I'm wondering if maybe Geed gets a hold of that and then transforms it for his own purposes, or maybe it's just a coincidence and I made that all up. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet. But that's what it reminds me of. This is the eject button because you can slide capsules in the back here, in the bottom. The 2 AAA batteries go here in the handlebar that you hold on to. And then here's the on and off switch. Here is the speaker. So if we go ahead and turn it on, says Giga Finalizer. Before I do that, I just wanted to show you when you slide this out, it makes these 2 pieces flip open. And now this thing really reminds me of the Mike, the Shoutmon Mike toy from Digimon Fusion, aka Cross Wars. I feel like now that I've said that, I can't unsee it. It just reminds me of the Shoutmon microphone. But anyway, so when you first turn it on, if you press this button, so it's just going to alternate between those 2 sounds. If you go ahead and slide this, same sounds, nothing really exciting going on there. Now, if you hold the button down, it's going to enter this kind of like pulsating sound. If you hit it again, doesn't do anything. You have to slide it at least 1 time. Then slide it back. Now it makes a different pulsating sound. So it says Giga Slash. So that's one time. If you hold it down again, and now you slide it twice, you can hear that the pulsating sound is different again. It sounds like he says Eternity Beam. I think that's what he says. If you hold it down again, and now slide 3 times, so those are the 3 different attacks you can get out of this depending on how many times you open and close it after you hold the button down. Just goes back to those 2 sounds. Now the other half of this thing, you can go ahead and slide this in. But you'll notice it doesn't do anything. When you insert it, it doesn't make any kind of activation sound. This whole part isn't different. That's why I didn't bother to insert it before, because it really doesn't have anything to do with this section. If you hold this down, you can hear that it's exactly the same. This down here does not affect the sounds that come out of up here. So really, you could even turn this off, and it would have really no impact. Because the only thing you do with this section is bring in the G riser, turn it on, and then you can see there's a little bar in here to link in and slide. So what you're going to do, so it says Ultimate Evolution. I'm assuming this is how he transformed in the movie. Probably plugs that capsule in, transforms, and then uses this thing with the attacks that I just showed you. So we'll try this one more time. So there you go, you get another attack sound. So as you can tell, there are 2 circles. So obviously the capsule occupies this circle. This must be something that's built in. So like if I go ahead, if you come around to the back and you hit this, that just pops it out like that. So if I put that off to the side, you can see that that one still happens. But then when I slide it, nothing else happens. So when you do just that half by itself, it does nothing. If I put this down and I do just this half by itself, you can hear it really doesn't do anything. So neither of those 2 parts really do anything on their own, but when you put this in here and then, you know, fuse the 2 together, you get the Ultimate Evolution sound, which I'm assuming is how he transforms into Ultimate Final. If you would put other capsules in here, I believe it just says, and I don't have another one handy, but I think I saw online, it really doesn't do anything. Like if you put, I think I saw Ultraman, it just says Ultraman. So unfortunately, there's not a lot of possibilities with this thing. You really, like, it just makes sense to just put this in and scan the 2 to get the Ultimate Evolution. This thing on its own with the G riser really does nothing. This piece on its own does nothing. So I don't know. This capsule's a little bit of a letdown for me personally. I thought it was going to be a lot cooler. But I do like this. I think this looks pretty cool. So final thoughts, it's okay. I definitely don't know if you need to run out and pick it up. You could wait for a sale maybe or something like that. But I mean, I think there's fun to be had. The 3 different attack sounds you get from the kind of top half of the staff is a lot of fun. The capsule looks cool. It just doesn't really do a whole lot on its own. The pin system is the generic Ultraman pin system, so there's no combination with the King Sword or any special sounds there. There's really no special sounds or anything for it to be used by itself with the G-Riser. The only purpose or function that this really serves is to pop it into the end here, scan the 2 with the G-Riser, and get the ultimate transformation, which is cool. That's no problem with that. I just kind of hoped, I kind of hoped there'd be more for this to do than that one function, but you know, it's okay. I think for what it is, it's decent. I really do like the design of the staff. I think it's cool when you have the wings pop out. I love the 3 attack sounds. The transformation is cool. And the capsule looks neat. I just kind of wished there would be more for the capsule to do with your other toys that you already have. And I kind of wish there'd be more to do when you put different capsules in here, but it doesn't really seem like there is. So this one gets only an okay for me. Like I said, after I see the movie, maybe I'll appreciate it more, because I usually, once I see it like in action in the cartoon or the show, I tend to appreciate the toys a little bit more. So I'm looking forward to watching the G'd movie whenever that comes around. But yeah, I think this is okay. I definitely think there's fun to be had. It just didn't kind of wow me. It didn't really knock my socks off. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at the DX Giga Finalizer from Ultraman G'd. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.